Hey, shalom, shalom. Gonna say all praises be to Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakak, Wadash, the brothers and apostles, who has acquired them a great millstone of the world. Shalom to the sincere brethren. I came out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I'm proclaiming the downfall of Esau Edom, the so-called white man and his wicked empire. So there's going to be another installment, just flowing in the spirit, going off of prior conversations, maybe I had with brothers, prior happenings, so on and so forth, just flowing in the spirit. So the first precept gonna get is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. So this is the spirit this is a foundational spirit of the truth that the time is short. This is what push most brothers to get their act together and get right with the Lord, man. You understand? Get right with the Lord and start living accordingly to the scriptures, man. This is the thing that got most brothers the time being short, America being destroyed. The time being short means America is going to be destroyed and Yahweh Shai is going to return. This is what got brothers on it, man. Got brothers, get right with the Lord, join the camp, doing videos out there in the highways and the byways, doing their reasonable service, so on and so forth, serving the Lord in truth and sincerity. It remained that both they that have wives be as though they had none. So this is a key point right here, because ultimately wives, women, they represent the world for the most part in reflection to a man, because women are of the world. What they want you to spend time with them, they want you to take you out, they want you to take them on vacation, they want you to take them out to eat, so on and so forth, which it ain't nothing wrong with that, so on and so forth, but ultimately the focus is serving the Lord, and these are things if unchecked can easily get out of hand and take you out of the spirit of serving the Lord and out of the truth ultimately. Like the scriptures tell you, many men have run out of their wits for women and have become servants for their sake, man. So that's definitely that's some would say, which it's probably close to the truth. That's Satan's number one weapon, man. It's your woman, man, your so-called woman, your wife. That's Satan's number one weapon. That's kind of the scriptures tell you about that. Tell you he's a jealous power, man. So don't put nobody before him, and by you basically becoming a servant for your woman's sake, you basically putting your woman before the Lord, of which the Lord is not happy about that at all. So this is book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. So I read the wrong verse. Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So this is Yahweh Shai using basically your closest kinfolk, man. But you could show your woman up in there too. Because more time, a man put his woman before his father and mother and even his children also, man. But nonetheless, the scriptures here, the verse here is using father, mother, son or daughter, your close kin. Basically, you can't put them before serving the Lord, man. If they hindering you from serving the Lord, what the scriptures say, you're going to have to cut them off, man. Cut it off, man. Cut off that relationship. Sever that relationship, man. Yeah, it's a tough thing to do, but if it comes to that, no, if your parents or whether they're unbelievers, but it is what it is, what they doing, or basically your relationship with them don't hamper you from serving the Lord or don't offend you, so to speak, for the most part, it is what it is. You just deal accordingly, man. Yeah, they celebrate Christmas, they do this, they do that, they might eat abominable foods, but once you having a relationship with them, dealing with them don't hamper you from serving the Lord, so be it. But for sure, you're not belongs putting them before serving the Lord, man. They tell you, you gotta drop out the truth, man. You gotta do this, do that. You gotta basically forsake Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You're not saying hell no, man. If it comes down to it, if they say, it's either you have a relationship with us or you do what you're doing out there on the highways and the byways serving the Lord, you choose serving the Lord, man. Same thing with your children, man. Your baby moms say, it's either you do this or do that, A, B, C, or D, or you can't see your kids. And what she's telling you to do is going to hamper you from serving the Lord. cut it off, man. So be it. The Lord, we're going to work it out full circuit anyways, man. Because that's one thing we have to remember with these earthly worries. You know what I mean? Our obstacles in this world ultimately is the Lord that's going to determine the outcome of that. Is the Lord that's going to determine how things shake out. So don't even worry about it, man. Your baby mom's trying to keep the kids away from you. Hey, trying to get you to follow the truth over the kids. Don't do it, man. Because ultimately the Lord is going to work it out full circle, whether on this side or on the next side. Proverbs chapter 20 verse 24. Man's going of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Can't, because you have to truly believe that, understand that, man. The Lord is going to take care of his men, man. The Lord is going to take care of his elect. What did our King David say? He never seen the elect forsaken. But you see, them doubt demons, the flesh get to men. Where it's like, man, fuck it, man. Let me move down south, man, and shit. Move down south. Now you're not camping, you're not doing videos. You just basically back in the world, man. Or let me move here, let me move there, let me do this, let me do that. Or my woman said this, or my woman said that. Or my parents said, make this move, make that move. Not counting the cost, not analyzing like how is this going to affect your relationship with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. How is this going to affect you doing your reasonable service? That's all. Hey, brothers, ain't mad at you doing different things, man. Having a good job. Hey, even if you got to move, man. But if you do move, wherever you move to, you better be getting up with the camp there, joining the camp there, the local GMS chapter there. Or if you move somewhere where there's no camp, you're gonna have to push by yourself. See, brothers not mad at these things, but hey, it's only if these things hamper you from serving the Lord. It's only if these things get in the way of you serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Brothers harp on these things, like the woman, your children. That's why brothers say those things like, yo, F your woman, F your... It's really not to be blown out of proportion. It's just to give you perspective, to understand that these things can draw you away from serving the Lord very easily. So beware of these things, your woman, your children, your job, money, so on and so forth. There's nothing wrong with having these things, but just beware of these things, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But I say, brethren, the time is short. It remained that both they that have wives be as though they had none. Can, as you belongs in the spirit of what? Putting Yahweh Hashem Yahushai first. So you don't belongs all into your woman. Even though we are men, so we fall victim to that one way or another. But you belongs catching yourself and be like, nah, it's slacking off too much. Let me reboot, man. Let me re-centralize, man. Hey, let me get on my videos, man. You know what I mean? There's this chick making me late for camp. Fuck that. I gotta make sure I'm on time for camp. Or my kids making me late for camp. Let me check that. Or this job making me late for camp. Let me try to fix that up, man. You understand? Let me try to correct that, man. Let me try to make sure I'm on the Lord's good side, man. I doing my reasonable service correctly. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse jump to verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passed away. So that's why I'm saying, hey, you're gonna still have to do your take care of your worldly duties, man. And ain't nothing wrong with doing that, man. Nothing wrong with, you know what I mean, spending time with your children, taking your woman out, hanging out with your parents, so on and so forth. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The only time that becomes a problem if it interferes with the truth, or it's unlawful. You're doing something unlawful, man. That's the only time it's interfering. Like your parents cooking a pork dinner, you're not gonna eat that pork dinner, man, because it's a family. No, you're not gonna do that, man. If they cook something lawful, hey, so be it, man. You eat that. But you get the point, man. As long as they're not drawing you out, is interfering with the truth, or they're drawing you out into something unlawful, you know what I mean? Then it's cool, man. They carry you to church to serve Caesar Borges. Nah, hell no. I ain't going to Christian church to serve no Caesar Borges. Get the hell out of here, man. You understand? But hey, just regular stuff, so on and so forth. You know through the spirit, man, that hey, as long as you're not interfering with the truth, it's not unlawful. Hey, you deal accordingly. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 33. But he that is married careth for the things. It's like verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord. And Brothers that were single and now have a woman or married, they could attest to this. When they were single, yo, you had more time, do videos, serve the Lord, meditate upon spiritual things. But now that you have a woman, you might have children, hey, you have your time is cut less, man, and the Lord understand that. That's why the Lord put this there, man. But ultimately, you always belong carving out that time to still put the Lord first some way, somehow, man. Carving out that time for the Lord. Especially, we have the Saturday camps, brothers camp on different days, but you have that at least once a week camp. Hey, reserve that, man. Reserve that. Because that's one of the main ways the Lord view you as putting him first, by you being at camp on time to the best of your ability on a weekly basis, man. Because if you stop doing that, that's a red flag, man. But I would have you without carefulness, he that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord, how we may please the Lord. Come on. So you're single, you don't have a woman, you don't have children. Hey, so you single brothers, you have no excuse, man. But nonetheless, but I'm talking about a brother that might single, no kids, none of that, man. Hey, you belongs on timing, man. You belongs pushing out videos or reading scriptures day in and day out, studying, growing in, so on and so forth, man. You understand? And it's through the Spirit that, hey, a lot of men start out that way. You start out single, especially when you come into the truth. Over time, you might get a woman, you might get a family. But you don't put in your work, man. You done proven already over the years. So the Lord don't see that way. Now you got a woman. Yeah, you might have less time to do these things, but you proven, man. And you still out there on the highways and the byways on the Saturday, but you're doing your videos. You might not do as much videos as another brother that have more time because you don't have the same situation as you, man. But nonetheless, the Lord know that, hey, you're doing your due reasonable service, man. It's the same spirit what Apostle Tahar says, man. Like when he said do a video, 3 videos a day, it don't mean, you know what I mean? It don't mean like, yo, if you're not doing that, you wicked. No. It's just pushing us to do the most that we can do with our applicable situation. And through the Spirit, you're going to know what you can do, man. And you're going to know if you're slacking. You're going to know if you could do more, man. Which you could always really do more. You understand? Because even the elder brother from Chicago, he did a video, man. Are you doing right by the family business? This truth being a family business, serving the Lord being a family business. And when you deal with corporations and companies and businesses, they never like, yo, we made 100,000 last year. We're making 100,000 again this year. No, they're always about growth and leveling up, man. They make 100,000 last year. They're trying to make 200 this year. They're trying to make 300 the next year. It's all about growth and leveling up, man. In the business world, man. Same with this truth, man. Is the Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is all about growth and leveling up, man. Increasing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Doing more to find grace in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. That's why you have the parable of the talents. The man that was given 10 talents, he flipped it. 5 talents, he flipped it. The guy who had his 1 talent, yo, he sat on it. He didn't level up. He didn't grow. So the Lord took it from him. He said, yo, from basically men that ain't leveling up in this truth, man, the Lord gonna basically get rid of you, man. You don't belong stagnant, man. James 1:22, be not hearers of the word, but doers, man. You belongs about doing and applying this truth, man. You understand? Leveling up according to the Spirit, man. You understand? Increasing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Increasing in how you could better treat brothers, man. Being more charitable. Being more brotherly. Doing more videos. You understand? So on and so forth. This truth ain't about staying stagnant, man. This truth is about leveling up in the Spirit. And even you not taking that same mentality and apply it to your worldly affairs, man. You understand? You're in a bad situation. Or a untenable situation where it's like, damn, or living situation, financial situation, you belong finding a way, you know what I mean? Praying to the Lord, and then the Lord guides your steps to get you out of that situation, level up your situation, man. Where you ain't in the same predicament that you was in 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, man. You might have a bad living situation with your parents or a family member a couple years ago, but right now, hey, you good, man. You got your own spot, your own apartment, own car, so on and so forth. But you get the picture, man. This truth is about leveling up all around, spiritually, serving the Lord, of course, first and foremost, but even in your worldly endeavors, man. You belongs proving yourself men. You understand? Because we really the top men on the planet, man. Spiritually, but in all aspects, man. Starting with spiritual, but in all aspects, man. We belong the top men up on the planet. We belong having that what? that ruling class mentality, man. And you're not gonna have a ruling class mentality if you just stagnant and laid back, man. No, you gotta do works, man. You gotta seek out more wisdom, more knowledge, in order to get more understanding, man. Hey, we the next rulers, man. You need that to govern the world, man. You need that to rule the world. That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So if we the next rulers of the planet, hey, we this is preparation practice season where we gotta prove ourselves that we worthy to be the next aristocrats, the rulers of the planet. And it all starts what? Spiritually first, man. Nonetheless. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 33, but he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. Because, like I said, the women are of the world, man. So if you got a woman, that's going to be a distraction, man. You just can't let it be a distraction too, as to where it takes you away from serving the Lord, man. Where it takes you away from prioritizing the Lord. But verse 34 gives the flip side of that, dealing with the woman, the wife, and a husband, man. The virgin and the wife and the husband, because even you have the sisters in the truth. Hey, you with a husband, particularly a husband that's not in the truth. Hey, he could takes time away from you, serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But the scriptures deal with that the unbelieving husband and the unbelieving wife, they sanctified by their spouse. But nonetheless, you dealing with the men, because the men is the center of the foundation of this ministry. When you have a woman, hey, they're gonna take time. Women, children, they're gonna take time from you serving the Lord. But you always have to remember where home base is, man. You have to always remember, carve that time out, serve the Lord, do what's right, come to camp, man. Do the videos to the best of your ability, man. And you're gonna know if you're slacking through the spirit. And you're gonna know if you're doing what you're supposed to do through the spirit. Like Joshua said, as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord, man. And that's what we're seeking to do. Because we know what? Going back to how I started out the video, the time is short. So, hey, it ain't too much. It ain't as much time as you think we have, man. As soon as you think that you have time, that's where you messed up at, man. So we realize double time with this, man. Double time with serving the Lord and doing our reasonable service, because what? The time is short. Hey, so with that, hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Going to say all praises be to Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakak, Wadash. God honor to the apostles was a quality of great millstone who ruled well. And shalom to the elect. Kwame Ashala, Abad Babal.